銀河鉄道39エターヌル
All right, let's finish off Chapter 9 of Volume 2 of Galaxy Express 39 Eternal. This is the final chapter of the volume. The title here again was Grotesca no Hoseki, the jewel or jewels of Grotesca. And then Grotesca was the name of the planet. Check out the previous section. Tetsuro had gathered a bunch of food. They were supposed to be doing that. It's for travelers. We were meeting one of the inhabitants who are pretty hungry because the food is for the travelers. Anyway, again, catch up previously. He had just made a faux pas with this person saying you'll grow up to be a man who can't lose if you eat. And she said, but I am a woman. So, oops, Tetsuro. Let's finish it off. Hora, patoka ga kita wa. Check it out. A patrol car has come. A patrol car is coming, meaning police. Morattara shobatsu? This is punishment. So if receive, meaning if I take the food, shobatsu, a punishment will be done. Is it shobatsu? It is punishment. Okay, shobatsu. So if I receive, punishment will be done. Shun shun ki. I guess that's a siren or something, and then it breaks. But gubashan. Toki. Okay, a bunch of sounds. Some stuff going on. Omeguri-san. Oh, this is him. Omeguri-san mo harapeko. Okay, Omeguri-san is a way to refer to a policeman. I think so. Isn't it Meguri? Magari-san. Magari. Mawari-san? That's it, Mawari-san. Okay, we got there. Omawari-san mo rapeko. So, policemen also, stomachs empty. So the policemen also have hungry stomachs? Kono Grotesca de wa Kohei ga subete no dai gensoku. So as for on this Grotesca, the Kohei, fairness is the general principle of everything. So as for on Grotesca, fairness, impartiality, justice is the great, again, principle, rule of everything. Gensoku is rule, principle. Okay. 100年前に火星で作られたアンティークカーだわ. Okay, so 100 years ago on Mars, manufactured antique car it is. Okay, there you go. So this was a type of antique car manufactured on Mars 100 years ago. Apparently they hit a tree. That's what that guashan was. And the poki, well, I guess was like stuff falling out of the tree from when they hit it. Okay, so this person who has come in the car. 私たちはこの通り地球人やメタノイドのような火星文明を地区には何した体系ではない。Okay, so as for us, it's this way. Earthlings and metanoids' manner of science culture. As for construction, chiku. Is that what that is? What is that as a verb? Oh, tsukuru? No, kizuku. Kizuku niwa. As for toward building up or amassing science culture, technology, in the manner of metanoids and earthlings, like body form that is something it isn't. It's not a body form that does that. That's like suitable? Is that teki? Like tekito. Yeah. Kanao? No, it's not kanashi. Suru. Tekisuru. Okay, to suit or to fit. Yeah, so they're saying that, again, as for us, it's not a physical shape, a body form that's suited to the manufacture, or the building up, the amassing of science culture, again, technology, in the manner of metanoids and earthlings. Daishizen to dake kyozon dekiru. Great nature todake with only todake? Todake kyozon, like this is like mutual existence is possible. Yeah, coexistence. Okay. With just great nature, what else would todake mean? Again, coexistence is possible. I think it's just with just this great nature. そういう生物として誕生した. That's sort of as those sorts of living creatures are born. Yeah, like as those sorts of living creatures, birthing is done, meaning like we are born to be those sorts of creatures that it's possible to do coexistence only with this great nature. Daishizen. Uh-oh. Wait, what's this? Goal. Okay. This person continued. Wait. I think it's still this person talking. 生物にはそれぞれの役割がある. As for to living creatures, each one's role exists. So there's a role for each living creature. 互いに支え合った supporting each other. 生き延びてゆくための大切な役割が going and surviving purposes important role. So again, as for to living creatures, each one has a role. It's a precious or important role for the purposes of going and surviving, supporting each other. And as they're talking, this thing comes in, which does not look friendly. Wow. Oh boy. Well. Okay. What is this about? Oops. Oh, sorry. Metanoid wa tsumari yami no shihai wa tokidoki ayate kono hoshi no shizen o kesso to jitsuryoku koshi o suru. Okay. Oh, I see. As for the metanoids, and what that means is, as for the controller of darkness, sometimes doing that way, and this planet's nature trying to erase true strength, koshi, use, doing. Jitsuryoku. Use of force. Jitsuryoku koshi. Okay. So the metanoids, or what that means is, as for the controller of darkness, does use of force trying to erase the nature of this planet, and doing that way sometimes, meaning exploding things. Queen, the Dark Queen. Soda. That's right. It is that way. Ohisashiburi. Oh, it's been a while. Yokoso Meiteru. Welcome, Meiteru. This is this person talking. Watashi wa grotesca. Kono hoshi no subete no sekinincha. As for me, grotesca. So I am grotesca. This planet's everything's responsible person. So I'm the person responsible for everything on this planet. Kono hoshi no zensei meitai to kyo ni iki. Is it kyo ni? Or is it tomo ni? It's tomo ni together. Tomo ni iki. Okay. With this planet's all life forms, with all life forms of this planet, living together. Tabibito no is it tetasuke or is it shutasuke? Tetasuke shite. I guess doing a helping hand for travelers. So again, living together, well, with this planet and with all the life forms of this planet, living together and doing helping hand of travelers. I guess that's a continuation of like what they do. I'm responsible for everything on this planet and give a helping hand with everyone on the planet. Okay. Watashi tachi wa kiete yuku. As for us, vanishing and going. So we are vanishing away. We are fading away. Tears are starting on both sides. Sore ga watashi tachi grotesca zoku no sadame. That thing, meaning going and vanishing, we grotesca families sadame, like fate. So this is normally unmei, which is fate, but she says sadame, or they say sadame, which is like certainty. Like that's what's going to happen. That's a certainty. But fate. So Tetsuro starts to cry. Naite kureru no ka shonen yo. You're doing the favor of crying, aren't you, boy? Like, in other words, like, are you crying for us? Watashi tachi no unmei no tame ni. Now we could still say sadame, but watashi tachi no unmei no tame ni namida o nagashite kureru no ka? Toshi wakai chikyu no shonen yo. So more of the same. Our fate for that purpose, doing the favor of flowing tears. So you're doing the favor of crying for us, for our fate, over our fate. Young earthling boy. I guess this is Hodaka Sadame daka shiranai kedo kore o minna ni. Okay, so is it law? Is it law, or is it sadame, which is like an agreement, decision, arrangement? So there's a slightly different meaning. They can both mean law, but there's apparently some this seems more natural. This seems more like a decision, I think. So he's like, is it this? Is it that? I don't know. But to everyone, this thing or these things, he's talking about the food. these things to everyone. 僕の責任だから誰が食べても my responsibility because who, even if eats, ... Okay, so he's saying like, again, I'm taking responsibility. Because I'm taking responsibility, if somebody eats ... meaning don't punish them. Arigato shonen yo. Thank you, boy. Youth, lad. 私たちは全員が平等に食べ。Okay, so heito, like equal quality? Is it not heito? Literally, it's like even or flat quality level. So, 平等, equality, impartially evenness. So, as for us, all personnel eat in impartiality. So we eat in equality. All of us. 平等に喜び, happiness in fairness, in evenness. 平等に kanashimi, sadness in fairness or in evenness. 平等に飢えてきた, and starving in fairness and evenness. Yeah, starving. Starving, thirsting, hungering, and evenness. So all the things that they do equally. そうではないと惑星はさえきれない. That way, if not doing, so if we don't do it that way, as for the planet, it's unsupportable. Sasa, yeah, like would cease to be able to support if we didn't do that way on the planet. Okay. We get our classic tall panel here featuring grotesca and then a bunch of stuff. So let's zoom in and see what grotesca is saying. 私たちがこんな姿でなかったら、グロテスカとこの星が呼ばれることはなかった。Okay. We, in this sort of a shape or form, not becoming, as grotesca, this planet being called, as for that event, not existing. So basically, if we hadn't become in this shape or form because of not eating and all that, this place wouldn't have been called grotesca. Grotesca. Grotesco nanka janai? Okay, so again, he says grotesca. Grotesque or whatever it is not. It's not grotesque. So remember the first session where we read the first part of the chapter, Tetsuro had asked, is it from the word grotesque? And so he's like, but it's not grotesque here. 初めから私を見ても驚かなかったけど、私は見にくくないの? From the beginning, even looking at me, not surprised, but as for me, not difficult to look at, not ugly. Mi nikui is to be ugly or to be difficult to look at. So you haven't been surprised looking at me from the beginning, but like you don't find me ugly? Minikuku nanka nai. Ugly or whatever, not. So you're not ugly or whatever. Hito sugata ya katachi de nani nani shitari kimetsuketari wa dekinai. with the shape or form of people, this is like valuing. Is it heika? No. It's hyoka, valuation, estimation. So yeah, basically, again, through the shape or form of people, doing evaluation and things like that. As for decidedly, it's not possible. Kimetsuketa. Oh, actually, okay, it's not interesting. Kimetsukeru is to decide something, to be fixed on something one-sided, or to arbitrarily decide something. So as for arbitrarily deciding and affixing value or estimation through someone's shape or form of people, it's not possible. Can't do it. Shinda kasa ni omoikiri sakerareta koto ga aru. This is to be scolded. I want to say sakebu. Oh, no, it's not. Yeah, it's to scold, but what is that? It's not sakebu, that's to shout. Scold. Shikaru. Shikarareta koto ga aru. Yeah. So by dead mother, with all one's might, being scolded events exist. So there are times where I was scolded like with all my might, or with all the might of by my dead mother, my mother who's dead, about this thing. Mitomonaku te boroboro no fuku o kita ko o waratta toki ni boku mo kodomo datta kedo. Okay, so mitomonaku te. Oh, shamefully, falling apart clothes wearing child laughed at time. So disgracefully or shamefully, at a time that I laughed at a kid who was wearing clothes that were falling apart, I also was a kid, but boro o matotteru ko no mirai wa Tetsuro yori subarashii kamoshirenai. That boro, that boro as a noun? That rag. And mato. Oh, that wearing rags kid's future. As for the future of that kid who was wearing those rags, more than Tetsuro, wonderful, probably. So the future of that kid that was wearing rags was probably going to have a future that was more wonderful than Tetsuro. That's probably what his mom had said. That example of how he was shikarareta, scolded. Gambareba ashita katteru toki ga kuru. If do your best, if hang in there, tomorrow winning times will come. Dakara hito o mikake de hanbun suru na to kibishiku osorareta. Okay, so if you do your best, doing your best, tomorrow winning times will come. So therefore, Oh, don't do judgment by looking at people. And then the to is like what she said. Sadly, being afraid or strictly. Yeah, sternly, severely, strictly. Oh, this is like got okorareta was made mad at. She got mad at me strictly and had said that. Yeah. Okay. あの時は母さんが怖かった. As for that time, mom was scary. I was scared of my mom. Okay. 君たちの心には It seems like it's Shinsetsu. Okay, it is Shinsetsu, but it's a different Shinsetsu, this kindness or gentleness. Shinsetsu de yasashikute utsukushii houseki ga yadotteiru yo. Is that yadoru? Yeah, dwelling. Okay. So, as for in your all's kokoro, as for in the kokoro of you all, as for in the heart, mind, spirit of all of you, kindly or gentleness and beautiful jewels are lodging or dwelling. Boku ni wa yoko wakaru yo. As for to me, well understanding. Like, I know this very well. Tetsuro, anata no kokoro mo, anata no mune no naka ni mo houseki ga yadotteiru. Your kokoro also, and also in your chest, houseki are dwelling, lodging. Okay, so remember the title of the chapter was the houseki of Grotesca. So that's what we're seeing here. She's going to rip out that kokoro, or that houseki in his kokoro right now. I'm kidding. Soda. That's soda shonen yo. That's right, boy. Anata ga uke na tsuida. That's like to be inherited. Tsugu? Yeah, it's tsugu. Uketsuida. So uketsugu is to like receive and inherit. Yeah, just to inherit or take over. That's right, boy. Anata ga uketsuida houseki wa. So that's right. As for the jewels that you inherited, anata no kokoro no oku de sara ni migakare utsukushiku kagayaite yuku daro. In the depths of your kokoro, already being polished and beautifully shining and going, probably. So those jewels have been polished and are beautifully shining in the depths of your kokoro. Sarani. Actually, sarani means like all the more. All the more. I was thinking imasada. All the more. More and more, over and over. Being polished and shining and will go. So this idea that they will continue to go being polished and shining and yada yada. Probably. Daro. Anata no houseki ni kizu ga tsuku koto no nai you ni watashi tachi wa inoru. Towards your houseki, towards your jewels, wounds like attaching event in the manner of that not existing, as for us, we will pray. So we will pray that those jewels don't get damaged. あなたが私たちの大地に落としてくれた涙を You onto our land, onto our ground, the tears that you did the favor of dropping. There's the tears. Washi ga mita hoseki de. Oh, I guess maybe that's the end of the statement there, because now we've moved on to a different person. So something about like those tears. Maybe it's because of those tears that they will pray for that. Washi ga. Oh, this is the old man of the person the father of the first person they met. Washi ga mita hoseki de. So me saw with jewels. Kimi no mune no naka no hoseki ga ichiban utsukushii yo. So I guess like the jewel that I saw inside your chest, the jewel is the most beautiful. Washa. 生涯に一度も嘘をついたことがないのを誇りにしとる。信じてくれ。ありがとう。Okay, so me, entire life, even one time, a lie telling event not existing, doing pride. So as for me, I do pride that I haven't told a lie in my entire life. Do the favor of believing. You can believe me. Thank you. Meitura's just watching this. 集合は0? Wait. What is this? Shugo? No. What is this? Shukaku. Okay. Shukaku wa 0. As for the harvest, it's 0. So that's most likely the conductor thing. Like, you didn't bring back anything? Boko no hara no naka ni haiteru no dake. Just entering or putting inside my belly. Is that his tongue sticking out? Anyway, okay. Well, the conductor's walking away, and as usual. Ma, so you 事情でしたらいいでしょう。なんとかあるもので、何々しましょう。Hey, Riku. Well, if doing that sort of event, jijo, circumstances, like in that case, it's fine, I guess. It's fine, I guess. Something, なんとかあるもので, with things that exist or something, 幸福? You know what? The other one's simple enough. Let's just type them both in. No, it's supposed to be the other way around. Oh, kufu. No, it's also kofu, but we probably want kufu and not kofu. Kufu shimashou. Let's do devising, scheming, coming up with a plan. We'll figure something out. In other words, 2週間食べなくても人間死にはしませんて. Okay. So 1 or 2 weeks, even if don't eat, human death as for to that, not doing, or so they say, or so I hear. So basically, I hear that humans won't die, or people won't die, even if they don't eat for a week or two. And he just laughs. Oh. So there's the train going. Everyone's just looking at them saying farewell. So they didn't dwell on it too much, but apparently the whole point of the planet having these crisscrossing patterns of these like green lines is because of these explosions. Presumably that's these bombs land, blow out a big crater, and all you're left with is like these crisscrosses. Anyway, that was just kind of very incidentally, quickly in passing. They did not dwell on that much. Oh, so there goes the train. Houseki ga maiagatte iku. Oh, the jewel or the jewels are maiagatte and going. This is like to dance and climb. Soaring and flying, whirling up. The jewels are flying, whirling up away. Mou ichido kaeru to ii no ni. Again, one time, able to meet, being good, even though it would be good to meet another time. Watashi tachi o houseki da to itte kureta hajimete no ningen da. We, it's a jewel, doing the favor of saying first times person or human. So it's a human's first time of doing the favor of saying it's a jewel of us. Tabi no uji o inoro. Let's pray for safety of journey. Okay, so we get whoa, as the train goes up at the top and at the bottom. We get Tetsuro looking down. Nanda ka oriru toki to inshou ga chigatte mieru ne. Okay, somehow with the time of descending, the impression differing is visible, you know? So somehow I can see it as being a different impression from the time when we were landing somehow. Uchu ni ukabu houseki mitai da. In the universe, floating jewel like that it is. So it's like a jewel floating in the universe. So remember the first time they came in, it was oblong shaped, daen, elliptical, and they said it looked like an egg. So now he's saying, right, now it looks like a jewel, houseki, floating in space. Train continues to go away. Tetsuro. Ha. Watashi wa utsukushii onna ni mieru. As for me, visible as a beautiful woman. So do I look like a beautiful woman? そんな、それはもう当たり前のことで. Like, it can't be, or that sort of a thing. As for that, already it's obvious, it's plain event. So it's like, it's clear as day, it's plain. Yume-san ni yadotte iru houseki yorimo, Groteska-san ni yodoteru houseki yorimo utsukushii tomo. In Ms. Yume, lodging jewel, more than that, even that, And in Ms. Grotesca, lodging jewel even more than that. Beautiful, do you think? So, do you think I'm beautiful even more than the jewels lodging in Ms. Grotesca and Ms. Yume? ... でも、僕は宇宙で一番美しいと思う。メートルが。But as for me, in the universe, the most beautiful thinking, メートル. So, メートルが. メートル is the identifier there, right? So she's the one. However, as for me, I'm thinking the most beautiful in the universe, it's メートル. ありがとう. Thank you. 時の輪を回るとき、旅は辛いもの。No, it is Meguru. That's why I was saying Meguri-san. Okay. Yeah, okay. I knew I wasn't crazy earlier about the police person. So this is normally pronounced Meguru. To go around. So, again, toki no wa o meguru tabi wa karai mono. As for the journey going around surrounding the ring of time, it's painful, bitter things. Toki ni wa jibun ga oni ka maho no akuma no you ni omoeru toki mo aru. As for in time, which I guess is like sometimes, toki ni wa, as for sometimes, oneself, a demon, or in the manner of which able to think times also exist. So sometimes there are times that exist where you kind of think, am I a witch? Am I a demon? Am I an evil witch? An akuma, a devil? In that manner. Anata ni mo itsu ka o watashi ga owakaru. Also to you, someday, me will understand. Watashi ga wakaru. Anata ni mo itsu ka watashi ga wakaru. It's not watashi o wakaru. It's watashi ga wakaru. Like, I'm the one that will understand someday, also to you. Anata ni mo itsu ka watashi ga wakaru. Itsuka, someday. Oh, hey. This is not the final panel. There's one more page. So this is kind of like a... Meitoru ga nani o yo to shita no ka? Tetsuro ni wa rikai dekinakatta. Mada wakaranakatta. Okay, so Meitoru, what? Trying to say? What was Meitoru trying to say? As for Tetsuro, understanding was not possible. He couldn't possibly understand. Still didn't understand. Okay, we get some interesting shots of the train moving along. And then finally, here we go. There's the planet. And they're pulling away from it. And we get our closing paragraph. Tada, just. So he didn't understand what Meitoru was saying, but tada, 自分の中にもし心という名の宝石が本当に宿っているのなら、それを何 名につけるようなことだけは絶対してはならないとそう誓った。Okay. Okay, it is kizu. Kizu tsukeru. To be wounded. Okay, so just that inside oneself, if the name of the thing, well, a named jewel called the kokoro truly lodging, if that were the case, then that thing, as for just the event of it in the manner of it being wounded or damaged, absolutely, zettai shite, as for doing absolutely, will not become, or must not become. So like, absolutely can't have that damaged. That thing, that way he vowed. So he vowed that absolutely just not the wounding of that thing, if it exists, the lodging truly inside his chest, the jewel of the name kokoro, or the kokoro toyu na. Yeah, that's like an equivalency thing. The jewel with the name of the thing kokoro. So yeah, it will not become absolutely to the event of having it wounded. That's what he vowed. Grotesca, それは宇宙の中の宝石だった. Grotesca, as for that thing, as for that place, universes in all of it, it was a jewel. So as for Grotesca, it was a jewel in all of the universe. Or a jewel inside the universe. But there we go. Okay. That is the end of chapter 9 of volume 2. Grotesca no Hoseki. There we go. Let's take a look. This is the final volume, or final chapter of the volume. So let's take a look at what we got here at the end. This is an interview, unfortunately, so we won't take the time to read through this. There you go. An interview. Okay. This is definitely... Wait, is this actually a first printing? This is a reprint of the 90s series, so this is first printed in 96. But this is like an anniversary edition. So there we go. Get some art here at the end. I don't think there's anything under the covers. Oh, well, there's a Grotesca. That is there. Was there anything under the front cover? Yeah. All right. Well, that's the end of volume 2. Let's go ahead and do a preview for volume 3. All right. Our preview of volume 3. Ooh, check that out. Only Meitoru on the cover. We can see the Arcadia there and the Queen Esmeralda's ship. Volume 3 here. Oh, check that out. There's Claire-san. Ooh, interesting. Okay. Again, inside covers, it's the same thing. Oh, that's new. Ooh, nice. Spiky thing. Hey, Potato Bun Stew, how's it going? All right, get some art here. All right, this book is also quite long. It's about 400 pages, and this one has 11 chapters, so maybe the chapters will be a little bit smaller. We won't have too many 100-page chapters. Looks like the first couple are on the order of 30 pages or so. So, all right, we will continue next time with chapter 1 of volume 3. There's only 5 volumes, and the 5th volume is actually a lot shorter. So we're getting close to the halfway point. But there we go. We'll continue with chapter 1, volume 3 next time. We'll see what the title is next time.